Contiguous addressing is a TCP/IP subnetting skill that involves taking a block of network address space, subnetting it into a smaller portion, and then using each of those portions. We'll illustrate this by using point-to-point networks. So let's say we start out with this 10.1.4.0/24, a typical private Class A space subnetted along Class C boundaries. And we're going to use this space to create a pool of contiguous point-to-point networks. Point-to-point networks require only 2 assignable IP addresses. So we need 4 addresses total. Remember our formula. We always subtract 2 addresses from any network space, one for the network identifier and one for the broadcast address. So in this case, we're going to take this /24 address space and give it a /30. This gives us 64 subnets of 4 IP addresses each. Of those, 2 we will be assigning. The first value we get is 10.1.4.0/30. This is the network identifier. This is unchanged from our original block of /24. This identifies the network. It is not an assignable IP address. .1/30 is our first assignable IP address. .2/30 is our second assignable IP address. .3 is our broadcast address for the 10.1.4.0 network. And at this point, this network is done. There's all 4 IP addresses: network identifier, assignable IP, broadcast address. The second network takes off where the first one left off. So 10.1.4.4/30 becomes the network identifier for the next network. .5 and .6 become assignable IP addresses. .7 becomes a broadcast address. And this just continues. 10.1.4.8/30 becomes a network identifier for the third network, assignable IPs .9, .10, .11 being the broadcast. And for the fourth network, 10.1.4.12 is our network identifier, .13, .14 assignable, .15 broadcast address, and so forth. And we just keep doing this until we've used up the entire 64 networks that were made available by carving up the /24 space with a /30. These networks are considered contiguous, which means the second one takes off where the first one leaves off, the third takes off where the fourth one leaves off, and so forth. Looking at this example from the 12th network, can you guess what the network identifier would be for the 13th network? It would be 10.1.4.48/30. When putting together your point-to-point networks, you want to use contiguous networking space. So pick a /24 block. It doesn't have to be 10.1.4.0. This is just an example. And then cut it up accordingly.